So CW, 2002 grad of Inman High School, he participated in football, track, golf, forensics, Stuco, National Honor Society, Scholars Bowl notables, FCA, and Boy Scouts. After high school, he attended Hutchinson Community College and the University of Kansas, where he majored in political science and sociology. In 2005, CW left college and enlisted in the U.S. Army as an infantryman, where he served until 2011. After leaving the military, CW began working in manufacturing with a focus on product quality and continuous improvement while going back to school. He graduated magna cum laude from Central Christian College of Kansas in 2013 with a Bachelor in Science in Business and Organizational Development. He holds bronze and silver lean certifications from the Society of Manufacturing Engineers, as well as a 6 Sigma Green Belt from the American Society for Quality. CW is currently the quality manager for Craig Tool, one of the world's leading manufacturers of innovative woodworking solutions based in Huxley, Iowa. As the quality manager, he works with external customers, suppliers, manufacturing operations personnel, and new product development to ensure that all products are of the highest functional and aesthetic quality possible. Let's give CW a warm welcome.
Okay, so that just really ate my introduction. Before we begin, guys, you should know that I'm probably going to ask questions throughout, and if I call on you, please answer. Pay attention. I'm a firm believer in the Socratic method. Ask questions, answer questions. It's how we learn. Okay, as you can see up there, my name is C.W. O'Brien. I have a wife, Megan. She is a reading teacher at Salina Middle School, at Lakewood Middle School in Salina. I have 2 boys. Dominic is 9 and Deacon is 2. Right now, Dominic's convinced that he's going to play in the NBA. And Deacon's lifelong goal at 2 is to reap hate and discontent in my house. He is chaos from sunup till sundown, and an early riser to boot, 4 o'clock every morning, since birth. Okay, just want to touch a little bit about high school here. These are some of the things I did. As you can tell, I like to stay busy. Anybody have any idea why? What's it do if you're busy? Okay, it keeps you out of trouble. What else? In the back. Does go faster. Okay, what else?
A lot more experience.
Bingo. Experience a lot of different things. Additionally, it provides a lot of structure. You're constantly busy, which means you have to manage your time. Even to this day, I find if I have nothing to do, I do nothing. Okay? Sounds really great until you've done it a few days in a row. Not so great. Okay? As far as things from high school that help build a good foundation for me, I think athletics and academic programs and activities in general really helped. Building kind of a sense of team esprit de corps. One of the things that's going to happen no matter what you do in your career is you are going to work with other people. You are going to work cross-functionally. Okay? There are no lone wolves. If you want to be a lone wolf, you're going to end up playing Xbox in your mom's basement until you're 55. Okay? I don't think anybody wants to do that. Legitimately. Okay? The other thing, focusing on things like forensics, speech. It's important to communicate. That's something you're always going to use. It's something that helped build a good foundation for me. Anybody here take speech so far? Hands, some, okay. Did anybody here put forth a good faith effort in speech? Or did they do just enough to get by? Okay, a handful of people that are kind of lying to me. It's okay. No, guys, it's important. Anytime you get an opportunity to talk, to speak in front of people, small groups, take advantage of it. Okay? It will help you. Next thing, push yourself academically. I took every math I could. I took every science I could. I had no intentions on getting into a math field, but it didn't matter. The math and science classes and programs help to develop good problem-solving skills, good critical thinking skills. Doesn't matter what you do, you will use those skills, okay? Let's see. All right, real quick glance at that. I attended a lot of different colleges at a lot of different times. Okay, and we'll get into some of the reasons why. First, yes, I cheered. Okay? It's funny. It's okay. But I didn't pay a dime for school. Okay? Scholarship money, guys. Any way you can get it, scholarship money. Every dollar you take out in student loans is going to be about $3 you pay back. I currently pay $0 a month on my student loans. My wife pays about $4.50 a month. So, big bucks. Save them. You have to start thinking long term now. Oh, there's a cringy face. That's okay. From the time I was 16 on, I thought I wanted to be a lawyer. That's why I majored in political science, sociology. I want to be a lawyer. Hint, I'm not a lawyer. Okay? Things don't work out sometimes. Somewhere in here, and we'll touch base a little bit on this a little later, joined the military, dropped out of school. Okay? It's a hard decision to make. I woke up one morning and realized I have no desire to be a lawyer, and oh no, I don't know what I want to do with the rest of my life. That is a real thing. It does happen. If you are lucky, it will not happen to you. Basically, I was left with three options. Option number one, push through it, finish my BS, go to law school, potentially take a job I hate, and then quit. Okay? Option two, float through college, take a bunch of classes, take out some more student loans, take on a lot of debt, have a degree at the end that may not be worth anything. Or option three, quit until I figure it out. Okay? I don't know what the statistics are right now, but at the time when I chose to drop out of school, out of every 10 kids that dropped out, less than 2 graduated with a bachelor's degree inside of 15 years. Okay? Now, I'm not saying that to scare you or to force you through. I'm saying that those are real world statistics. Life happens. Okay? That doesn't mean do something you're going to hate, but it means think about what you're going to do. Okay? I did eventually go back a couple different times. Each time, struggled, hated life, quit. Struggled, hated life, quit. Okay? 2011, kind of found something that I know what I want to do when I grew up dream happened. Okay? Went back to school, was working full-time, going to school full-time. It is possible. Graduated with a 3.9 GPA. BS in organizational leadership and business. Okay? Something that is going to have real-world applications. Now, kind of back to some of those other things. I chose to enlist in the U.S. Army. I come from a long line of military service. My dad retired from the Army in 1997. That's how we ended up in Inman. My grandfather, former mayor of Inman, lives across the street. He served in Korea. My other grandfather served in the Marines in between Korea and Vietnam. My great-grandfather was in World War I, okay? Long line of service, so for me, that made sense. Got a wild hair right after I decided to leave. Showed up at a recruiter's office on Tuesday, swore in Wednesday, and was on the road shortly thereafter. Frankly, joining the Army was one of the best decisions I ever made. It's a scary decision, but it was a smart one for me. First and foremost, it taught me to grow up. Be an adult. Be responsible. Okay? I had good grades all through high school. I had good grades in college. Didn't mean I was responsible. Didn't mean I was thinking like an adult. That forced that hand. Okay? Taught me how to be flexible. How to adapt. Okay? How to deal with a bad situation. These are all pertinent life skills. Things I use today. Okay? Raise your hand if you think everything is going to be perfect all the time. Good. We have intelligent people in here. Okay? Life happens, guys. You're going to hear me say that a lot. It's what you do with it when it happens. That's what matters, okay? April 5th, 2010. Does that date mean, or 2007, that date mean anything? Anybody? No? Okay, that is my alive day. My Humvee was struck by an IED, medevaced out, suffered neck damage, back damage, about 30% hearing loss, traumatic brain injury. I had to relearn how to speak. I had to relearn how to remember. My ability to translate short-term to intermediate and long-term memory was hovering somewhere around 25-30%. Okay, as far as how that translated in practice, how many of you guys have ever lost your keys? Okay, what do you do? Somebody. Say again?
Freak out.
Okay, you freak out. Great. What do you do when you're done freaking out? Okay, look where you last remembered. Retrace your steps. I can't retrace my steps. Still to this day, cannot retrace my steps. Other things. I would go days without eating. Not because I wasn't hungry. I just forgot to eat. Or I would eat 3 or 4 times in 4 hours because I'd forgotten that I'd already eaten. Seems silly, but it's real. Okay? So all those times you saw before where I went to school, dropped out, went to school, dropped out. Okay? I wasn't ready yet. Thought I was. I pushed too hard. I quit. Right around 2010, I was in a really bad spot. Okay? Was ready to give up. And found some inspiration. Decided, let's give it one more go. Okay? Let's think about what we want to do. Give it a go. That's why I went back to school. Okay? I was out of the Army in 2011. Decided to move back to Kansas. Took a job, like I said. And that job is what gave me my dare to be employed, I know what I want to do when I grow up. It started out as an accident and I loved it. Okay? And that'll kind of take us in here. We'll go a little bit less heavy now. Okay. I fell into a quality role, quality position in manufacturing. Anybody have any idea what that is? Guesses? No. Okay. As a quality manager, I am responsible for the direction of the organizational quality for the products and services we provide, to ensure that our customers are satisfied and happy, to manage our quality management system. To be an effective quality manager takes 2 things. First, a solid skill set with analytical reasoning. Second, good leadership skills. Okay? We'll touch on both of those. Okay, as far as position requirements, that's pretty standard. You're going to need a bachelor's degree, either business or engineering. Why? Any guesses? A little bit of both. Yep. It's all about reasoning skills. Okay? We want you to have 5 to 7 years of experience within the quality field. At least 3 years of supervisory or managerial experience. Why? I heard something. Who mumbled? Bingo. Okay? Strong written and verbal communication skills, guys. The ability to maintain focus on the customer. Why is that important? Very good. Okay, without a customer, I make no sales. Without sales, I have no business. Without business, I have no job. It really is that simple. Okay? You need a basic understanding of business. You need to know how the decisions you make are going to impact it. You need to have problem-solving skills. 90% of my job is solving problems, thinking creatively about what problems could arise and addressing them before they pop up. You need to be able to manage your time. Remember when I talked about staying busy, managing time? Doesn't matter what you do. It's always going to be there. Okay? And you need high levels of organization. Basic functions, like I talked about, we're going to oversee the quality management system. You're going to provide basic direction, day-to-day leadership for your team, coaching, mentoring. You're going to provide technical skill when it comes to data collection and analysis for your organization. Okay? Anybody here ever utter the phrase, "I hate math"? Honest people. Okay? Anybody here ever utter the phrase or think to themselves, "I am never going to use this after high school"? Honest people. You will. Okay? Pay attention now. I was in the same boat. I had no desire. Math didn't make sense. It is what it is. And then I discovered math is fun. Okay, so what is a QMS? QMS is our quality management system. It's a list of processes, procedures, principles, overall guidance and direction for an organization. It encompasses all of the training, the tools we utilize, basically everything working together to make sure that we have hyper-focus on our customers, on our products, to make sure that our customers are well taken care of. Okay? That's going to be part of the big responsibility of the quality manager. Okay, aside from the math, there's a lot of technology involved here. You're going to use Minitab. Anybody know what Minitab is? It's okay, I didn't either. Minitab's a program that's going to map your statistics. Okay, you're going to use statistical process control to analyze what's going on, to address it before it becomes bad. Gauges, templates, fixtures, imaging software, imaging systems. Okay, these are the tools of the trade. Specifically when you're talking about something like this. Difference between good and bad can be 1/10,000th of an inch. Anybody here have eyeballs good enough to notice the difference between 1/10,000th of an inch? Okay. As far as skills that are going to be in the toolbox of the quality manager, you got the PDCA cycle, plan, do, check, act. Okay? It's a constantly moving cycle. You're going to go from the plan phase, where we're going to map out our targets. We're going to make some analysis, make some decisions, and we're going to do them. And we're going to check to verify that everything worked, act on our check, restart. Okay? This is basic problem solving. Inside of that, as far as collecting your data, cause and effect diagrams. Okay? Control charts, histograms, Pareto diagrams, flow charts. Anybody here taking statistics yet? Nobody? FST? Is that still a thing? Okay. It's not hard, guys. It just seems weird. Okay. The quality manager is also going to have some different support functions. One of those functions is going to be evaluating suppliers. Why? Bueller. Okay. Does anybody here think you can make good product with bad parts? No takers. Exactly. Okay? You got to make sure you're getting good suppliers. You got to make sure they're providing good product to you. You got to audit those suppliers. You have to visit those suppliers. As part of my job, I will be in China in February, India in April, and Australia in August. Okay? Some of our international business is built there. We got to make sure they're doing right. And while it's fun to travel to Australia and China and India, 100% work here, guys. The other piece is new product development. What we try to do and what the QM tries to work towards here is making sure the product and the development side is quality focused from the beginning. It helps to ensure that we're not going to get problems after the fact. We're going to jump ahead of them. We're going to address them. We're going to analyze, develop change, and run with the change before things become problems. Okay? Okay, like I talked about, the second piece, and probably the most important piece, is leadership. You got to be able to manage your people. Okay? It's not just something you talk about in high school, it becomes a real thing. There is a difference between a leader and a boss. Okay? A real leader is looking at things and leadership as a service. It's servant leadership. Okay? A boss is looking for power. When you talk about leadership, you're talking about teaching people to think for themselves, coaching them, providing that technical skill, and giving them the tools they need to be successful. As a quality manager, that's what you have to do, not only for your team, but also for the rest of the organization. I've only got two eyes. They can only look at one thing at once. We run operations 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I can't be everywhere. It's important and imperative to take care of my people. If I take care of my people will take care of me. Okay? Okay, when it comes to coaching, anybody here, athletics, academic activities, have a coach? Okay, what do you like about him? Okay, let me rephrase that. Does anybody here have a coach they like? Okay, what do you like about him? Okay, what's that mean? Okay. What else? Anybody? They know what they're doing. Okay? What else? Okay, are they always there holding your hand, or are they setting you up and then helping make the corrective actions if things don't go well? Okay? But they're always there to motivate, to train, to educate, to help you be better you. Okay? Those are the things that, regardless of whether you're looking at quality management or any kind of management role, you have to be a good leader. Okay? You have to be a good communicator. It's a game of catch-ball. I'm going to tell you something, then I'm going to listen. Then I'm going to tell you something else, and then I'm going to listen. I'm not just waiting to hear, or waiting for you to be done talking so I can speak again. Okay? That's how you communicate effectively. If you're talking at a wall, throwing things over the wall, you're setting yourself up for failure, okay? So I'm about out of time here, guys. Just before I leave here, a couple things. One, life isn't always going to work out. Continue to drive on, okay? The only person that can make you quit is you. It doesn't matter how many times you fall down. What matters is how many times you get back up. Okay? Challenge yourself. Push yourself. Work on those communication skills. Work on those math skills. Okay? Anybody got any questions?